Austin Reaves, absolute stud, undrafted out of the farmlands of Arkansas. The 24-year-old looked like a vet out there, closing out Memphis in the fourth, looked like prime Kobe balling out. His first playoff game, balled out like a 10-year vet, 23 big points, 8 of 13 from the field, a crazy behind the back assist that helped gain more momentum. We've seen a LeBron-led team make every play offensively for 20 years, but Austin is him. The third Laker last 25 years to finish 5 for 5 or better in a quarter shooting the ball. Jordan, Kobe, and Shaq. The final score 128-112. Actually a way closer game and still winnable for Memphis after a Dillon Brooks streak to cut it to 2. It's Reaves the one responding with a calm collective jumper. Jackson Jr. cut it to 1. Reaves finds an open lane where many of LeBron's teammates would have fumbled it and not even look at the basket. Having an extra guy who can create fearless attacking the paint, Reaves responds again and again. 9 straight points in a must needed victory, 14 total in the fourth, most he's scored in any single NBA quarter thus far. Gotta be the Lakers' sweetest win since game 3 versus Phoenix, screaming out "I'm him" and backing up every word by his masterclass performance. He'll get the big bucks come free agency time. The shot making couldn't have come at a much better time. The fact that he was undrafted, an absolute travesty of a miss by the 29 teams. Reaves would go in the lottery in his class right now, having a way better playoff game than many first rounders can ever dream of. Rui Hachimura, a super unexpected contributor off the bench, most points by a Lakers bench player since Magic Johnson in '96, was shooting like Steph Curry out there. That's why the Lakers stacked up one of the biggest mid-season robberies, giving up a bunch of seconds, and Kendrick 14 minutes a game, none. The Japan native lit up the FedEx Forum. The Lakers altogether play like they were back in the Forum of Inglewood's. Masterpiece sensation, 5 of 6 from deep, led the Lakers in scoring with 29 points, a plus 12, 6 big rebounds, outscoring the entire Memphis bench, gave the team a deep boost with LeBron resting. Also didn't fall in love standing outside when he also can take it himself, dunking like he was LeBron out there, taking a massive load off the banged up Anthony Davis, one of those guys before he caught the ball, everybody knowing it was wishing in. Absolute incredible chemistry on point, as balanced as the Showtime Lakers, 4 guys scoring 20 plus, first time the franchise done that in a playoff game since 1988. I know some Laker fans get to throw shade at a former Laker. How about Rui's first playoff game with LA? Better than any playoff game Kuzma's ever played. The best single game of his career, Wizards fans punching the air right now. Of course, LeBron and Anthony Davis gotta play like superstars. James didn't need to drive, taking everything to his own hands. His team shot making allowed him to play excellent D, 3 timely blocks, more than ready for the catch and shoot bombs, able to adapt in all different types of situations, didn't need to fully dominate, did the little things that's been lacking the last 2 regular seasons. An excellent team performance, of course, with Davis hurting his arm, had a career playoff best, 7 blocks, 22 and 12, a game high, plus 27, staggering on all levels, while Hachimura, the mid-range king, became a 3-point king. Although it's just one game, it's a win, and that's what matters most at this point. Unrealistic to depend on him to keep doing what he did, but deserves his flowers. Rob Pelinka, a masterpiece general managing job after getting blasted by fans, a better GM than many teams. Of course, D'Angelo Russell deserves his props, the ultimate heat check guy, as streaky they come after a disastrous 1 of 9 play-in performance, 19 big points, timely 3-pointers, absolutely stepped up after Schroeder's foul troubles first half, a plus 20, one of his hot games he's had plenty of times with the 2019 Nets. That version of D'Lo on this Laker team and how he played game 1 makes them true contenders. How about Malik Monk, also his first playoff game, Sacramento's first postseason game in 17 years, absolutely electrifying, representing the beauty and passion of pure basketball, the most exciting game of the season. The former 8 pick out of Kentucky, once labeled a bust, from being most remembered getting slapped in the head by Michael Jordan to being a big-time player in a big-time game, a dark horse 6-man candidate, perfect chemistry with his college teammate De'Aaron Fox. Monk going for 32 points, Fox 38, unstoppable offensive backcourt duel. Monk going 14 of 14 from the line, tying a 66-year record set by Ed McCauley for most free throws without a miss in a playoff debut, as precise and detailed as any stat gets, needing to make every one of his foul shots, making the best of his opportunity, crucial in playoff ball, proving like he's one of the best bargains out there, an absolute huge pickup for the franchise. Many didn't think they make progress, let alone being the 3rd seed out west. Regardless of of the outcome of this series, the Sacramento Kings should already be proud of what they accomplished this year. Fans hibernating for 17 years, cheering for joy. The biggest game of his career, Monk earned more fans his playoff debut than any of his first 4 seasons combined. Must have felt like a Christmas game in Sacramento. It's an absolute travesty for the Charlotte Hornets to let him go after developing him for 4 years, only to draft James Boatnight, more like James Ainbright. Monk been contributing to winning basketball for a couple years now. If the Lakers still had him off the bench, they'd be heavy contenders. Forces contact with his speed and agility. Him and former teammate Austin Reaves, both master at that. Everyone would love to see their workout sessions together last year. The emotions and energy contagious for Sacramento, a chance to knock off Golden State, but the team needs to take it one game at a time. Trey Lyles of the Sacramento Kings making those fans very loud. 18 minutes, 6 of 8 from the field, 16 big points. Yocho reliable, ready for his moment, kept the flow of the game, dangerous in the corner 3, can continue being the difference maker in the coming games. The Kings absolutely don't win game 1 without Lyles. To nobody's surprise, Mr. Do-It-All, positive impact Josh Hart of the New York Knicks, the perfect glue guy, makes his sacrifices from being a lethal bucket getter in college to excelling and capable of playing impactful minutes for any team, especially his playoff debut. Hart's been in plenty of do and die games over the course of his career. Him and Jalen Brunson knows a thing or two about winning championships, knows what it takes to get it done, adjusts and adapts, a hard worker. Jay Wright somewhere smiling right now. In the game where New York had a decent lead before Mitchell went on a run, Hart drained a dagger jumper, giving the Knicks a 2-point lead in a game where quickly Grimes and RJ didn't do anything offensively, gave New York its first ever Game 1 road win since 1999. Part of the rotation, holding Cleveland to just 97 points, insanely impressive in today's NBA, the perfect role player for a Tibbs coach team, making winning plays at the right place, right time, whether it's putbacks, the backdoor cuts, hustling for a rebound, or taking it in transition. Josh Hart a proud representative of past successful Knicks teams. Regardless of the outcome of this series, win or lose, the franchise should be extremely proud of its 2023 success, signing guys who knows how to win and take the heavy burden off Julius Randle. Never gets rattled or frustrated. New York knowing how to maintain its composure, the opposite of what we seen 2 years ago in the Hawks series. Hart's two-way ability, making the best of his PG Tucker type impact. Every team needs a guy like Josh Hart. Kevin Love of the Miami Heat, looking like the old Kevin Love, his first postseason game without LeBron. The now 34-year-old looked like he was washed, no regular season impact, but in the biggest of stages, came in to utilize his strength, getting them boards much needed against the taller team, having his best game in years in terms of impact, 18 big points, 4 of 7 from 3, gave Miami a cushion every time it looked like the Bucks were creeping closer, with a messy team looking for answers, outplaying Jay Crowder heavily. The fact that the Cavs have 14 bench points in a loss to the Knicks, giving away their vet for absolutely nothing, could be a regrettable decision in 2 weeks, stepping in front of Giannis and having him badly hurt and out the game after the first quarter. Not many guys willing to sacrifice their bodies like that. Love, a master at drawing charges, gave Vincent of the Miami Heat 15 big points, 4 of 5 from deep, gave his team an extra lift every time it appeared Milwaukee was going to climb back. After Bucks cut it to 8 with 8:28 left, a huge response, stepping in after Tyler Hero's untimely injury. Middleton and Holiday tried everything possible, but Vincent, another bomb with 1:08 left, put his team up 11 and responded less than half a minute later. The Bucks simply wasn't going to go away. But Vincent delivered when called upon. Credit to Spoelstra for trusting his guys at the right time. Caleb Martin off the bench, 15 big points, 5 of 7 shooting, 26 minutes, no Oladipo, and a limited Kyle Lowry, a complete team effort with Butler and Bam bringing their A game. One Miami needed to win. After a tough comeback win versus the Bulls to less than 48 hours later, having to travel to Milwaukee and stealing game 1, the Heat deserves nothing but good rest in preparation for game 2. Russell Westbrook of the Los Angeles Clippers, handing Kevin Durant his 7th straight playoff loss, a Clippers team running thin, the absence of Paul George. Looking at the stat sheet, his haters would mock his 3 of 19 shooting performance, extra chances, relentless on the offensive boards, the most energetic player out there, helping superstar Kawhi Leonard 38. The clutch block on Devin Booker down the stretch, tenacity at his highest levels, will go down, having one of the most complicated careers. Seemed to be the end for him after a disastrous Laker tenure, but getting rid of him now looking like a win-win for both parties. He might miss 16 shots in the game, but never for a minute gets discouraged. If Ben Simmons put up those 3 of 19 numbers, he'd be hiding for a year, still hasn't recovered. One of the most experienced players who's made the most silly plays, but will always give heart and effort every single night. Having little pressure with the underdog Clippers, expected to lose without his second best player, can very well make it a compelling series. Thanks so much for watching this video. Which one of these unsung heroes surprised you most? First game 2023 postseasons. With the terrible injuries to Ja Morant, Tyler Hero and Giannis, absolutely unfortunate, not looking good for Hero and Morant, who might miss the rest of the playoffs, while Giannis doesn't seem that bad. Let's pray no more serious injuries, and I'll see you next time.